Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Bug Warrior. In today's episode I will show you how to defeat Lythara the Wayward Spear, the first boss in the Third Interlude in Path of Exile 2. What makes this fight a true nightmare is that Lythara can spawn Azmeri Wisps. Yeah, you know, the wisps that we find in the game that grant new powers to elites. Well, this boss not only can use any kind of Azmeri Wisps to make things horrible, she can use multiple wisps. This is truly insane, as some modifiers can make things impossible to deal with. As if this wasn't enough, her own attacks are quite deadly. So all in all, if this boss is not the worst one in the whole game, it has to be in the top 3 so far. Alright, so you will encounter Lythara at the end of the Kriar village. She's the one blocking the path to the glacial tarn. Enter the arena and the first thing you will notice is that the arena has an 8th shape, meaning it has 2 parts. This is very important because, long story short, you want to fight in one part of the arena only. The reason is because of the wisps. It is guaranteed that one random wisp will appear on each side of the arena. So if you are in both, Lythara will catch both wisps and then she will be impossible to defeat. The second thing you have to take into consideration is that this fight is a race against time, meaning that in order to succeed you need to continue stacking damage. If you don't, well, the longer the fight lasts, the less chances you have of winning because of the wisps and her attacks. Okay, so let's look at the attacks. The first one is the serpent's bite. This is an unblockable attack, yeah, you heard right, so you need to evade no matter what. She will summon serpents from her spear in a straight line. You need to look for the animation where she swings her spear moments before the serpents are casted. Her second attack is the launch attack. This one, as the name implies, she will jump at you with no warning, trying to hit you with her spear. When you see her jump, evade to avoid getting hit. Her third attack is the toxic spray. She will jump back and as she lands, she will shoot multiple venom projectiles that will create toxic puddles. Here, just watch out of not stepping on the puddles. Her fourth attack is bad. It's called the thunder spear and deals a lot of damage and is really hard to avoid. What happens is that she will raise her spear, which will be infused with lightning, and next she will throw it at you. The problem is the following: when the spear hits anything, that means you or a wall, a lightning vortex or a storm, or whatever you want to call it, will appear and stay there. This storm will do a lot of things. First, if you get close, it can shock you and deal lightning damage over time. But also, the storm will fire projectiles that also deal damage and produce elemental ailments. The problem is that she can cast these storms non-stop, so this is why it can get extremely difficult to avoid her attacks. Her last attack, and the worst, and whoever thought of this has to be mad, are the wisps. I will create a video after this one about all the different wisps you can encounter, but to keep this one short, let's just focus on the following. The Azmeri Wisps, as I mentioned, grant new powers to Lythara. Some attacks cover the whole screen, such as the Raging Ox, while others can slow you down, poison you, shock you, well, you get the idea. The problem is that she can have up to 2 wisps active at the same time, so the trick to win is to not let her catch any wisps at all. What you have to do is begin the fight, deal damage, and do your best to continue stacking it. Of course, there will be moments when you will be interrupted and you will be forced to stop, such as when you have to evade her attacks or when the lightning storms appear, but the trick is to continue dealing damage as much as you can. The most important thing is to stay on one side of the arena. Here, as you can see, there is already a blue wisp waiting for Lythara to empower her, so you need to keep her away from that. This sucks, of course, because that means you will fight her in a very small area. However, this is much better than letting her catch the wisp. The arena will have less space for you to stay alive, especially when the multiple storms appear. This is why I mentioned that the longer the fight, the worse it will be. But if you do everything right, then Lythara will never be able to catch a single wisp and you will be able to defeat her at last. This was the only way I was able to win. If she gets one single wisp, you may have a chance. It depends on the wisp. Dealing with one wisp will be really hard, but if you're lucky, maybe you can defeat her. As you can see here, I thought that I had her and I was very close to bring her down, but the power of the wisp kept her alive and I died. If you get 2 wisps, just restart at the checkpoint again, because then it becomes pretty much impossible. So there you have it. Please let me know what you think of this boss and this insane fight in the comments. If you reached the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.